Welcome to Ctet 2024 Teaching. Let's start with a new topic for today, language development. So, four skills of language include LSRW, listening, speaking, reading and writing. Professor Smith has given few important terms for vocabulary. 1 year child has 3 words vocabulary. 2 year child has 272 words vocabulary. 3 year child has 2072 words vocabulary. Language development starts after birth, that is from infancy. Let's talk about some important terms. Phoneme. Phoneme is the smallest unit of sound. Morpheme. Morpheme is the smallest meaningful unit of language. Then talking about syntax. Syntax means structure or rules related words. Semantics is the structure is right but with meaning. Syllable means unit which is pronounced and has vowel. Example, water. Stages of language development, that is birth. In birth the language is only crying. Then 6 weeks we have language known as cooing, meaningful, unmeaningful sounds. Then at 6 month stage we start with the babbling language, means single syllable words. At 1.5 years means 2 to 18 months, one word stage starts. Then at 2 years of age, two word stage means formation of new words, that is telegraphic speech starts. Then at preschool years, early childhood age, 2 to 6 years fastest growing vocabulary we are having at that age, that is 50 words per day. Next, talking about language and thought difference between Piaget and Vygotsky. Piaget said that thought precedes language or determines it. First thought comes, then the language comes. He said egocentric speech is of no use. Also, he said cognitive development is independent of language. Then Vygotsky, in respect of this, he argued that in the initial stage of life, thought and language are independent, then they merge. Whereas private speech is important because it gives direction to the children. He also said that language is essential for cognitive or brain development. Next, coming to factors that affect language development. Number one is social factor, then educational factors, after that biological factors affect the language development. Let's talk about difference between three persons, Piaget, Vygotsky and Chomsky. Piaget said that thought precedes language, whereas here egocentric speech is of no use as child is self-centered. He also argued that collective monologue, he gave this term, which means children speaks individually in classroom. For example, table of two in a class. Vygotsky gave three types of speeches. Social speech at 2 years of age. At 3 years of age, the child has private speech, and at the 7 years of age, he has silent inner speech. Private speech is a self-guide, so it is most important. Then he said, thought and language first works as independent units till 1.5 years, then they work parallelly together. Chomsky was a nativist. He said, humans have innate or inborn ability to learn the language with environment through the help of language acquisition device, which works on universal grammar, UG or generative grammar. Then talking about stages of language acquisition. 5 stages are there for language acquisition, that is cooing at 6 weeks, babbling about 6 months of age, then one word stage around 1 year, then two words stage around 18 months, then longer utterances around 2 to 4 years. He said infancy and childhood is the fastest time for language development. Skinner argued that children learn language based on behaviorist reinforcement principles by associating words with meanings. He described it in his book Verbal Behavior, and his theory for language was known as operant theory. Noam Chomsky, what he did, he said that children do not learn a new language but they naturally acquire it through an innate language device. In the neurological system of human brains, there is a language acquisition area. The language acquisition device is there that works and have a universal grammar. So that universal grammar or generative grammar helps children to learn language. Children are exposed to infinite data and given data. So based on that data, LAD produce a finite set of grammar rules. Children learn on that. Let's talk about what is generative grammar. So it refers to the set of rules that enables us to understand the sentences but of which we are totally unaware. For example, that's how you say it rather than how that's you it say. Let's talk about three theories of language development. Behaviorists like Skinner and Bandura said that children learn through operant conditioning, that is reinforcement, that is praise, and imitation means copying down. So parents' reinforcements help children to learn appropriate sounds. Then talking about nativist Chomsky. Language acquisition device LAD biologically prepare infants to learn rules of language through universal grammar. Interactionists say that they have inner capacities and environment that work together. Also, the social context is important. Thank you so much for viewing this video, and in the upcoming videos we'll be talking about more topics about child development and pedagogy CDP subject, and slowly we'll be covering rest of the things related to the Ctet. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening and giving your valuable time. Keep growing, keep learning. Have a great day ahead.